What's going on, everybody? What up, what up? So, I just did Ancient Power number, which one is this? 22. Where do we want our point? Let's go into Hero Health. So just did Ancient Power 22, traded to get myself back to Chaos 7. And here I am in a minimal set of gear and getting started in Chaos 7. Before we get to that point though, what's going on there? Stub Gaming, Trevor, Mahanad, Mutiga, Legend, Geek Jolt. I gotta call you Legend now instead of your first name because my cat comes running. Nibba, what's up? Joseph Pace, what's going on? Anyway, what's up, everybody? I got my orange circle, finally! I'm tempted not to go up any further, but, you know, as you see, I got a ways to go on the Ascension cap still. I got 309 more points to go on the Ascension caps. So definitely getting closer, getting closer. Kak Birkin, thank you very, very much. I do appreciate it. Starting my day off right. Now, I went through and applied my Ascension already. Basically, I've got a throwaway set of gear. I've got 3 defenses. I'm going to go from 55 to 65 with these 3 defenses. And I'm using a Nuke Monk as DPS. Now, like I said, I got a throwaway set of gear. Which means, looking at my gear, all it's got on it is the right stat. It does not have any of the right mods on it. It's just junk. However, it does have the right stats. Same thing with my Skyguard towers. I am going to be using Skyguards. As you see, I've got this kind of throwaway medallion, anti-chaos, anti-range. Now, I did upgrade my weapon manufacturer piece back to Chaos 7. I've been doing this every time. It's not necessary, but I've been doing it anyway just because I'm so proud of this little baby that I want to use it all the time. And then I've got another throwaway piece on Poison Dart Towers. A minimum Piercer Servo and a Melee Boom, which is a really nice combo there. I'm not really sure, Stub. The defense health mods, in my opinion, are not really worth very much, but I know some people will covet those items. Cody, what's up? Alex Blitz. Oop, I went and said it anyway. Ben Kenobi's here. What up, Ben? Anyway, now first things first, I gotta make a little bit of room here. My crafting, I don't want to expand my crafting materials page out to a second page, and I've just got stuff loading up. So I'm gonna just throw some crafting materials in my vault here for the moment. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Okay, there's 1,000 of those. Wow. Those things add up so quick. Throw these in there too. Let's see, we need 2 more to complete that stack. There we go. Alright, now I've got plenty of room on my crafting page. These are all of the relics that I was using previously. This one, I think that was my Flame Armor relic. I was using, of course, its campaign level now, so I'm holding that, but I'm gonna have to re-level that up when I get done with the Ancient Power grind. And then what else do we have here? All the Ancient Power weapons and stuff. I got another one of these Energy Claws this time. But these are the Ancient Power weapons I've gotten so far. I've gotten the sword, the Monk Polearm, which I am pretty stoked about that. That was the first one I got, that bow. And then I've got these Energy Claws this last time around. Last 2 times. Check my Hero Spotlights playlist there, Mutiga. There's a brand new Gunwitch video that I just did just a few days ago, and it's just ridiculously beast mode. Anyway, let's get started. Now, of course, I've got myself, as far as, like I said, I've got a throwaway set of gear that I bought. These are from other players. Now, I bought my way from Chaos 1 to Chaos 7, and I can't do Onslaught yet, as you actually do have to do one Chaos 7 map prior to getting Onslaught started. So let's go ahead and hop on into Chaos 7. I've been doing Crumbling Bulwark just because it's so easy. And here we go. Now, once I do this one Chaos 7 run, it's going to open floor 55 for me. Yeah, I'm excited to get that Stunning Wave chip in there, Alex. I use the boost on the Monk all the time. See, for your very first AP, it's just now keep going till I'm bored. Only at 7-1. I would push as far as you can, Ben. If it gets to the point where it's not fun, then of course that's the time to change. But I would definitely go as far as you can. The further you go, the more rewarding it's going to be for you for every AP. Now, you don't get very many levels when you go back through. As you see, my starting ascension is 744. I did that on purpose because I'm only getting like 10 to 15 levels going back from 55 to 65. So I made sure my starting ascension was close to the 750 mark. Let's go ahead and get this thing built while I'm chatting. That way I knew I wouldn't have to grind any ascension prior to using Ancient Power again. And basically, it's minimal builds. Now, as you guys notice, I haven't spent a single penny. I haven't done that off screen either. I've spent 0 gold. So I'm using basically all gilded shards. Now, if you don't have gilded shards, of course, you're going to have to spend some gold to get them upgraded. However, I'm using all gilded shards, and if you notice on my poison, I'm not using explosive poison. The reason I'm not using explosive poison is with just minimal defenses and only 3 defenses I can use. I want to be able to use more than 1 PDT per lane, and explosive poison is great if you only want to use 1 poison dart tower per lane. However, I'm taking advantage of the physical dart damage that comes along with the PDT as well, and getting a little extra damage in there. Let's see, what do we got left? We got 360 left. Why don't we do that? We'll do that. I'll put one out here too, just for those mobs that are gonna traverse through that mess. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I reset again there, Strange Wanderer. I actually got two Ancient Power resets yesterday. Haven't spent anything on DD2, and that's fine too. I mean, if you can handle, the main thing for me is the inventory. If you can handle the lack of inventory space, then you know, by all means, you can get through the game, but that would require a whole new level of inventory management. I'm way too lazy for that. Yeah, this is Chaos 7 right here. I'm doing my 1 Chaos 7 map, basically, to unlock floor 55. It's difficult. Now, as I find relics, I'm not going to find any good ones until I get to, like, probably floor 57 or so. But as I find relics, I'm going to be adding additional defenses into the mix. But this is what I do just to get me started, as this blows through all of the lower Onslaught floors. So 55 and, like, 55 through 60, this will completely blow through those. That is my Crane Stance shard, the cami. I'm going to do a video on it, Strange. It's not really something I'm going to cover on this stream. But basically, you have a set of gear for every Chaos tier. It doesn't take long. You can put the entire thing together in under an hour. But you have a set of gear from every Chaos tier. You don't do anything to modify or tinker it. And you trade that stuff off to a friend, and then you have the friend trade it back to you after you use Ancient Power. It's a little cheesy, but that comes with the trading system, you know. Console players, of course, can do it with split screen. They don't even, no friends required on console. Of course, if you got a second machine or whatever, you can do it on PC. Now remember, it is a violation of the EULA to use any third-party software to modify your game. So you don't want to go dual boxing on one PC with some sort of software into 2 Steam accounts. That will get you a ban if Trendy ever decides to do that. So that is not what you want to do. You want to either make a friend or use a second machine. How long it takes for one reset? If you rush it, you could probably get it done in about 6 hours. 5 to 6 hours, maybe. What's going on, Quicksilver? Quicksilver, I'm at 22 right now. So I have already passed that mark. I got my fancy little orange, AP logo. But yeah, console players actually have a little bit of an advantage over PC players in that regard by far, because you just grab your other controller and split screen it, and it's all good, you know. So there's a definite, a distinct advantage there for console players. Lightrayne! What's going on, Light? Did the web hook it? I've been trying to get in 2 AP per day, but I gotta admit, it's grindy, and I want to play other stuff. You know, there's that Fortnite update. I've been itching to play Warframe, and a bunch of my friends that I play with regularly have been playing Warframe here. So I've been kind of itching to dive in and play a little Warframe as well. Where's Quibs at? He's down here. Using the Nuke Monk, so even though I don't have a modded set of gear, it's still the Nuke Monk. It's a beast. Oh, dang, Cody, nice. I've yet to do it and like try to speedrun at Partech. I've been doing it pretty casually. I was sick over the weekend, so I did it very casually then. It was taking me like an hour and a half to do a floor because I just wasn't, you know, I wasn't all there. But I would guess you could probably go from 55 to 60 in like 3 to 4 hours. Something like that, if you just went straight, grinded through it, and were active and, you know, killed bosses right away and all that good stuff. The key to the Lost Temple, Geek Jolt, is go slow. Read all the name tags. Don't try to race. Nah, there's no news yet. They're strange. I was thinking about hopping into some Warframe a little bit this afternoon and taking a little break from the DD2. I just may do that. I probably should, just for my own sanity. I've been grinding the DD2 pretty hard, so taking a break and playing a little something different would be a good thing for sure. Alright, we got a siege roller down here. I'll let him come out a little further. I love Dungeon Defenders 1. I don't play it anymore, but back in its time, I absolutely loved it. I played it not near as much as DD2, but I did log a lot of time in DD1 for sure. Alright, now it's his time. This guy's time to go. Cac Birkin, thank you very much once again. I do appreciate it. Am I going to stream Warframe? Well, I'd like to kind of... I know nothing about the game. I've got probably maybe 20 or 30 minutes total of playtime into it. I mean, I wouldn't be against streaming Warframe. But I would have to, I'd like to hop in and kind of figure out what button does what first. Any ability power user, David, basically. So any hero that you play that you spec for ability power, that will be a good one for you. I said the Gun Witch just because the Gun Witch is absurdly good with it. But any ability power hero will work great with that relic, or that mod, pardon me. What's going on, Ned? Nah, Ned, the markets on consoles are actually, the player population on consoles is actually larger than on PC by substantial amounts. The problem is most people are playing solo, and the economy is a little bit richer on the PC as the game's been around longer. There's a lot more people with lots of gold, making it easier to sell things. And of course, with plenty of sellers, or with plenty of buyers, there's always plenty of sellers as well. It's a mana burn AP chip, though, I thought, like, that he was talking about. Or was it, is it mana burn AP, or is it mana burn damage? Alright. And there we go. Chaos 7 done. Let's head back out and go to Tavern. Oh, the grind for shards is the real deal, Ned. There is no doubt about it. The movement system is kind of difficult to get used to. You talking about Warframe, Partek? When you do, you just control space at lightning fast speed. Nice. You basically just have to pick what you want your defense to do, Justin. There's nothing wrong with using any mod setup on any defense. If you want your poison dart towers designed for killing ranged mobs, then that's a great setup. But it just depends on what you want it to do, you know? And that's, you know, that's going to be different for everybody. And of course, no matter what we're doing, we got to look at the mods. Can't ignore the mod hotness. Hopefully there's some hotness, we'll see. You see, I've got that apprentice in my deck still. I'm still hoping to find some staves, and I've got it just to try to influence the drops to get some more apprentice-y type drops. That's the one thing that holds me back, Quicksilver, from Warframe, is I don't want to play too many grind games at once. There's no markets on PC either, Ben. There's a market on the European server. People just aren't using the markets. The best thing to do is just to go out into town and just check everybody out. You know, I sell more things just sitting in town than I do in markets, and I buy more things in town other than just sitting in markets. So like what I do is I'll go into town and just look through everybody's stuff, basically. And like right now, I'm always looking for moats, the low-level moats. So I'll load into the market. Oh, nice, Partek. I'll load into just the regular Heroes Marketplace, just the town, and just check everybody out and see who's selling what. Now, I'm not really concerned about anybody's mods right at the moment. I'm just looking for just crafting materials. So I'm not going to look through all the gear and bore you guys with it. But this is me. I almost never load into a market. Now, like I said, the European server on PC always has a market active. but it's almost always the same people selling the exact same things. It seems very rare that I actually find anything good there. See, that right there? Sold. Thank you very much. We'll take 2, please. And there we go. So now we did a Chaos 7 run. So now we go back to Onslaught and we've got floor 55 unlocked. So now all I have to do is go from floor 55 to floor 65 and I can AP again. So it's a really, really quick process right now, and in my mind, now is a great time to grind it out because we know that the ancient power system is changing, and we also know that Onslaught is changing, but we don't know how. So it may change, and it might take longer. Nah, they've All-Stars, although it would be completely awesome. Trendy has already said that's not going to happen. I spent over 1 million gold for a stack, Geek Jolt. That was actually a good price for the PC. They're going for as much as 2 million right now. No throwers here, huh? Nope. Alright, I don't have to worry about that. And once again, just minimal builds until I find some decent relics. So I've got Weapon Mans, Poison Dart Towers, and Sky Guards, and that's my only defenses right now. And then as I find some more throwaway items, I call them throwaway items because they're not items with good mods. What was that lane? Zerker Womps. And then, okay, here we got a Headstrong lane, so we won't have any stun from the Weapon Mans. So I'm going to go heavy on the Poison Dart Towers to get some additional dart damage going. And these things wreck it. I mean, it's surprising how well they do, really. Let's see, that leaves me another 120. That's 3 more PDTs, or, you know what, I could do this. They won't get stunned, but they are still going to be getting hit by all that damage. And then 100 left. I'll pump that into the Sky Guards and we'll call it good. Yeah, Last Stand is working, Doug, but the damage is cumulative. Meaning if, say, you've got 200,000 health and you get hit for, say, 400,000, the shard will actually work, but it will kill you again instantly, and you won't even see a graphic change or anything. But it does work. Sadly, it doesn't work for jumping off ledges, and I need the uppy mod. When you jump off a ledge by accident, it gives you an uppy and puts you back up top. Well, they've said there's going to be some sort of guilds in DD2 All-Stars. That's coming. That's going to be a thing. Skyguard's damage, remember, is divided by 3, Geek Jolt. It's not giving you DPS per projectile. It's giving you DPS total for the tower. So the only way you hit that DPS is if there's 3 mobs, because the 3 bolts from a Skyguard don't hit the same mob. I think we're good. Just going to kind of upgrade as we go here. Gonna have to start a Juicy Nason guild, Lightrayne, you know that. Are you cursed with falling in the water too, Partek? It's alright, man. There's nothing wrong with wanting to go swimming. I do it every day. I'm assuming it'll fill up quick. We'll have to see how they work. I'm anxious to see how they're going to incorporate that in. I mean, is there going to be like a guild chat? Will we get another chat tab or whatever that's guild chat only, or will there be like a guild hall or tavern or whatever that you can load into? I mean, I'm definitely anxious to see what they do with it for sure. The Chaos 7 motes won't sell for anything, Paquin. The Chaos 1 motes, Chaos 1, 2, 3 motes sell for the most. Chaos 4, 5, 6 motes sell for the second most. And then Chaos 7 motes sell for the least. I don't think that chip works with the barb, David. I'm not positive, to be honest with you, but I don't believe it works with the barb. You know who would know is Gobu, but I don't think Gobu's not here right now. Are you here, Gobu? Or Cookie Binger would know for sure. But I don't believe that one works. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not going to be a thing. Gotta go baby steps there, Ned. We don't even have the guilds yet. There definitely won't be any PvP getting added in anytime in the near future. Plain motes on PC are going for like $1.5 million for a stack. Shiny motes are going for slightly less than that. And then you can't even sell the Chaos 7 motes right now. Nobody buys them. I put a bunch of them up yesterday for 25,000 gold a stack just to get them out of my inventory, and they sold. Would be nothing wrong with a little Aquanos Quicksilver, that's for dang sure. It is full certain. I don't think DD2 is ever going to get any sort of PvP like DD1 thing. I mean, we'll see. But I would be surprised if that came to the game. Assassin's getting all uppity. Well, that's the problem, is the game is so ability focused that PvP, I mean, everybody, it wouldn't be PvP, it would be who shoots first. Whoever uses their big hard hitting ability first wins, because everybody would one-shot everybody else, you know. I mean, it would have to be like a completely normalized play mode. I don't know, I just don't see how it would work out in DD2, to be honest with you. Well, the goal is to get the Ascension caps to the max there, GRI. And as it stands right now, it's going to take me 39 or 40 Ancient Powers to get there. So, theoretically, I've got 18 more to go. But, you know, I may end up not doing a minimum reset and pushing up a little higher in Onslaught. Or I may end up, like right now, I'm getting to floor 65 and I'm like 755 Ascension. So I'm just barely over the 750 mark. You know, maybe I'll end up grinding at some point and getting up to 800. That will get me an extra point as well. If you want to farm Defender packs, start at floor 1. They're all-stars. After you do Ancient Power Reset, don't do Trials, or pardon me, Expeditions at all. Don't unlock floor 55. Start at the beginning and just go through Onslaught. And you'll have a chance of getting a Defender pack on every single floor. You get up to 999 on your Ascension talent points there, GRI, is the caps. all of your ascension areas right now where you can put 140 ascension points into, you can get all those up to 999. I'll show you here as soon as this last mob dies off. Like, for a player that hasn't used Ancient Power, like this Flame Aura talent, it would be 140. Where mine, I could put 690 points into it. This is where the real power from AP comes from. Now, of course, it is changing, so hopefully that changes in the future where there's other forms of power you can get. Yeah, but if you do an Ancient Power reset, you're at floor 1 there, Geek, is the thing. So you are at the floor, you're at your maximum floor. Right after you do AP reset, you're reset to floor 1. So you would be at the maximum floor. They're all campaign level there, Louis Silva. They don't drop. It's a reward for using Ancient Power. Like, for example, I've got all these. Got this energy sword. Some of them have got some really incredible mods. Now, these are special mods. That seismic launch chip on the sword. The stunning wave chip here on this polearm. Searing flame chip on the bow. And then I got these 2 gloves. This is all I've gotten so far this week. But they don't, you know, they're given to you in campaign. You have to level them up. It's just like a Protean weapon. You have to level it up to make it usable in game. So all of them that are for sale will all be campaign level, because after you level them up, you can't sell them. Nah, I don't want to take your mats, Quicksilver. You need those, man. Let's see, Geo Womps on this lane. Another, well, the next floor, I probably have the potential to start finding some more usable relics to start adding in some other defenses. No, it's not just a skin, Louis Silva. It's a special mod. I just showed you the mods. The mods are specific to Ancient Power weapons. They don't drop anywhere else. Those mods are special for that. You can't find... Where are they? You can't find that seismic launch chip anywhere except on this Ancient Power weapon. You can't find that stunning wave chip anywhere except for this Ancient Power weapon. So no, they are not a skin. They are specific special mods. They're good. The Gunwitch mod is going to be... I haven't gotten one yet, but it's going to be best in slot. Yep. Out of juice. Yeah, we'll live. Yeah, the Gunwitch one is best in slot. The Monk one, that one I just showed you with the stunning heroic wave, that's going to be best in slot. Yeah, but you need them too, Quicksilver. I don't want to take anything from anybody that they need. I don't want people to give me things just because I do the YouTube channel. That's taking advantage. I'm not going to take advantage of anybody. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out and watching the videos. I'm certainly not going to take advantage of any of you. It wouldn't be right. It's an old casino term there, Geek Jolt. I worked in casinos for a long time. There's a... Well, I'm just basically AFK in this. I can run through the story. Way back when. I don't even remember. I think it was Ultima Online. Was the first online game I played. I think. But it was... We were in the casino and we were closing down one of the pits. Now, in a casino, there are specific games that when you win, there's a commission that gets paid. And like on a craps table, even to place certain bets, you have to pay a commission, whether you win or lose. You have to pay the commission up front. That commission money, the slang term for that is called the juice. It's just juice. Now, way back when, nowadays they don't do it anymore because they don't want the pit bosses handling so much of the chips. But way back when, you used to take the juice, or that commission money, and you'd put it into a separate bag, and it was the juice bag. Well, I had a friend of mine I was basically closing down that pit of table games, and a friend of mine was out there helping me, and was trying to get me to play Ultima Online, and was setting up an account for me, and was asking what I wanted my name to be, and I couldn't think of a name, so I said Juice Bags, because at the time I was counting the juice bags, and the name just stuck. The reason the Mr. got in front of it is because Juice Bags was already taken on YouTube when I first started the channel, so I just threw a Mr. in front of it. Back then, you couldn't change your YouTube name. Now you can change the name, but now I don't want to change it because I've been Mr. Juice Bags for so many years. I don't want, I don't want to mess with it. You're going to want to get to like at least 240 Demon Child, but the higher you get, the better off you'll be. But if your minimum ascension is 240, you'll have no grind. Pretty much, Ben. That's about what it is. I did a lot of craps when I worked in the casino. I supervised the craps table a lot, and craps there's buy bets that you can place, and you have to place the bet, you have to pay a 5% commission of your bet directly up front. So like if you wanted to place a $20 buy bet, it would cost you $21 to place the bet, and then you've got a $20 bet that costs you $21 is basically how it works. Twinkie. Yeah, you just need to push some more Onslaught floors, Demon. Don't waste your time grinding Ascension levels. It's all about Onslaught. You're going to get way more out of... Well, you're going to get 3 starting or minimum Ascension added for every additional Onslaught floor you push if it's your first time. So every floor past 65... Uh-oh. Stuck baddies. I kind of regret not doing... Oh, there we go. They came out. I kind of regret not doing up an EV2 set of gear here, too. You do have to get to floor 65. There, Geek Cholt. He's talking about when he should reset. Every floor past 65, your very first time, you get 3 more minimum ascension. So it's really a big deal that you push the Onslaught floors as high as you can the first time. You don't use enhanced anymore, Denizen. I'm using a gilded defense rate. Get you to the caps. Enhanced is not the way to go any longer. In fact, I've got a gilded enhanced poison before I realized that, so I wasted 2 million gold on it. I haven't yet, Con. I don't have the set of gear for it. I started putting a set of mods together, but I don't have the mods finished up. If you've already done it 3 times, Demon Child, then you're going to just want to push floors once. For you, it's going to be every floor past your highest floor achieved will give you 3 more minimum ascension. So jack it up. Right now, my Flame Aura DPS is 0 because I don't have any gear on them. I just reset Ancient Power. I think with my decked out set before I started resetting again, it was at like 865k at tier 1. But that was with a fully decked out set. Maybe you don't have the materials. There, Orf. It requires a crafting reagent, too. You've got to have. Or it's bugged, yeah. There you go. Dealing. Apparently, other folks are having a problem, too. I just reset Ancient Power Macau, so this is floor 56. I'm just getting started again. I'm sure there's a workaround for it. For the pet. I mean, I haven't had any problem with evolving pets lately. What's going on there, Proxy? Oh, you have to move the materials around. I gotcha. Exclamation flame aura there, Metashot. We'll get you all the flame aura details. Man, this Skyguard keeps getting pounded. Get a little more love going on this PDT. Oh, it's maxed already. What's going on, Durex? How you doing? Yeah, I'll let that roller come out a little ways. Go play with the toys over here. Assassins. Here we go. Come on, give me a defender pack. Nah, it's not possible now, Dylan. Defense Council members were the early purchasers of DD2. If you were one of the... There was two groups of... there's one. Guess that's all you got to do is ask. There was two different times that they opened up early access keys to the public before it went full on Steam. And each time you had to buy a Defense Council package. And it's no longer possible to get. Oh, nice, Doug. Well, at least you got one. Got two. I still haven't gotten two in a row. Had a permanent death? No, I haven't had any of those. Any good mods? Come on, mods. Where you at? Nothing, huh? Not one single decent mod. Nice, Orf. There you go. There is the answer. Alright, what do we got? We got Timmy, Geohex Zerkguard throwers. So with having minimal defenses like this, what the lanes are telling me are not... They're not telling me what type of defense to use, since I've only got 3 defenses right now. What they are doing is telling me how many PDTs I need to use. We also know there's Hex Throwers here, so I'm going to go ahead and do a Hex Thrower Reflect Beam. We got Hex Throwers over here as well, so it needs another one. So anyway, since that Timmy lane is there, I'm going to just add an additional PDT. So I got 2 PDTs on that side. This side should not need anything extra. And my Sky Guards I can't even use unless I lose a sub-objective here. Psyhex Zerker Womps, or Zerker Throwers. These guys are phased, so they're going to get wrecked. And then a Frosty Fodder lane up top. So that Frosty Fodder lane, if I have the DU, can use another PDT up top, I think, here. Let's see, I got 200, so let's go with 2 PDTs up here. And there we go. Now I want to, it kind of stinks, the 2 lanes I want to watch is I want to watch this side and I want to watch that side, which having them spread across the map is no fun, but one of the luxuries on this one is not having any assassins because there's no flyer lanes, so I don't have any assassins to worry about. One lane had 10 enemies, yeah, only floor 56 Partech. Yeah, Onslaught is changing, Dylan. We don't know what it's changing to, but the 3-map system will be gone in the next update. Yeah, reflect beams are like awesome siege roller killers. Sorry, y'all, getting caught up here on chat. You wouldn't want to give up defense rate, Ned. You'd want to give up range. So you'd want to go rate, mass, and destruction if you were willing to cheese it. It's not a win. It's a straight up, that is a confirmed glitch by Trendy. I don't do it on any of my builds because it is considered an exploit. Now, it's a no punishment exploit. It's not your fault that they bugged the shards. So, I mean, nobody's going to get banned over it or anything. But since it is a known exploit, I don't use it. There's no announcement of Chaos 8 Dreams, so no, it's not coming in the next update. And there's no sign of it coming at any point. Chaos 8 is not the answer. We need new game modes, not another Chaos tier. I mean, if they introduce Chaos 8, every single Chaos 7 player in the game will have it on farm and be beating it easily by the end of the first day. So, I mean, that's a whole lot of development time that would go into a game mode that will provide a day's worth of entertainment, you know? Headstrong, don't focus on stun. Kursakazi, don't use traps, Rs, or nodes. That's the easy fix there. If you got a Kursakazi lane, don't throw anything in the range of the Kursakazi and it does nothing. If you got a Headstrong lane, all it does is keep enemies from being stunned, so don't focus on stun on that one, on that lane, you know? I think we're good over here now. Yeah, looking good. There's no date for anything yet, Packlin. We don't know. Could be as soon as next week and as late as probably a month away. We just have no clue at this point. Well, the new map's it's pretty obviously a coastal theme. I'm assuming it's pirate themed, would be my guess, based off of DD1 maps. Do I remember my champion levels on DD1? Yeah, they're all level 100. Not all of them, but like my Jester, the EV2, and I want to say my Huntress were my most used DPS heroes, and they're all level 100. On your 2 most used defenses there, Metashock would be the thing to do. Well, yeah, the points that you get, the ancient power points are very, very small benefit. It's like negligible amounts of power. The power is the ascension caps. It's not those ancient power points. These don't really get you much. 5% defense health is like just above being not anything. So it's not about these points at all. These points are just a bonus on the side. Now hopefully that changes with the new system. It's all about these. You get your talent caps up is what ancient power is all about. Well, you know what I meant there, Partek, the EV. You know what I meant. You don't have to go Partek mode. There's no command for cannonballs at the moment there, Metashock. There is a video for it, but I don't think there's a command set up for it. We're at floor or wave 4. You can do spotlights and check the channel. There's a relatively new cannonball video. Welcome back there, Geek Jolt. Cannonballs are awesome. I mean, they're just a hard hitter, you know. They pack a punch. They're only 30 DU. I mean, it's great. A great defense to tuck in on just about anywhere. I'm in the middle of doing an ancient power push right now there, dealing. So, no, I'm not going to be doing any public games today. I just did public matches yesterday. Right now, it's all about grinding through the ancient power levels, and I've got a minimum set up, so I wouldn't even feel comfortable carrying anybody. All right, Strange Wanderer, have a good night. Thanks for swinging by, man. I do appreciate it. You either use the crafting system or you trade gear there, let me. Usually takes about 5 minutes to go from Chaos 1 to Chaos 7 if you are using the player marketplace to trade gear. I do public matches all the time, dealing. It's not today. But multiple times per week I do public stuff. Killer Styles, what up? Give me my loot. I think that was it for this floor, right? Yep, on to floor 57. So maybe I can start getting something now. Something decent to drop. Oh, nice. Another defender pack. Awesome. Alright, let's head on over to floor 57. Nah, it's the player shops, their stuff. It just, the nickname for it is trading, even though it's not actual trading. But yeah, the player shops. When I do my next reset, if I have... The problem is I've been resetting at really funky hours and nobody's been online that I would trust with my stuff. So when I do my next reset, I'm going to try to see, find somebody online that can do a little trading with me so I can record it. Let's see, Frosty Zerker Fodder. I'm going to have to watch this lane for sure. In fact, I may even throw an extra PDT on it. Let's go 3 here. What do we got here? Geo Lava Guard Throwers. Frosty Fodder over here too. Well, this one's phased though, so the phased ones at least will walk really slow. These some slow rollers. I am going to throw a 3rd Poison Dart Tower over here though. And what do I got below? Zerker Throwers. Alright, this one should be get smoked. What's going on there, Shadow? How you doing? I'll put those up a little bit further. Right about there. Looking good. Spend my juice up top. Here we go. Yeah, you can't sell tinkered gear. So you basically are looking for throwaway sets of gear. You don't have to have a set of gear fine-tuned to complete Floor 65. Floor 65 is like the beginning. It's not, I mean, it doesn't even get remotely challenging until, even for a newer player, if they're taking their time, it's not going to get challenging until you get into the 60s. You just have to take your time and read the mutators and the mobs that are on each lane and make sure you're building appropriately. Now, I'll lose a map today. I'm confident of that. Just because I am doing these minimal setups. But yeah, basically you just want untinkered set of untinkered throwaway gear for each chaos tier, and it's a good game. There we go, good enough. Yeah, like I said, as soon as I, hopefully after I get done with this reset, maybe Omni or Lightrayne or somebody will be on that would help me out with the trading system. Or with the market system for my next AP so I can just record it. I've shown you all my setup though. Basically I've got 6 heroes amply named Chaos 1 through Chaos 6, and I use them to store the gear, and they've got a set of Chaos 1 has got a set of Chaos 1 gear, Chaos 2 has got a set of Chaos 2 gear, and so on. Completely untinkered throwaway gear that has enough champion score to get me to the next tier. So if you sell that set of gear to a friend that you trust, and then go do your Ancient Power, and then buy all the sets back, and ba-bang, you're back to Chaos 7. That is one of the big downsides of the trading system as far as skipping content goes, But at the same note, someone who's using the ancient power system would, is probably to the point in the game where, do you really have to force them to go through floor 1 through floor 55 again? I mean, it's not a matter of any challenge, it's a matter of just making the time to do it. Yeah, that's a bug there, Denizen. Don't buy it. If you buy it, your account will end up getting rolled back. I don't even know how to, I don't know how to replicate it, but I do know that they're doing account rollbacks for that bug. Frosties are coming out. Wonder if I got Frosty on the other. Yeah, definitely. The first time I saw it, it was like, what? What am I missing here? Yeah, I think the phase just saved me over here. These guys slow walking. The slow rollers. I wouldn't guild them all. They're meta shock. Some of them aren't even really worth guilding. I would guild Deadly Strikes, Defense Rate, and Destruction. Anything else is optional, though. Now, I've got a bunch of gilded shards here, but you guys remember what my inventory looked like pre-update. I pretty seriously over-prepared in stupid, ridiculous fashions. So I had a lot of shards saved up, ready to go. I wouldn't touch the range there, Shin. The Skyguard has, or the Earth Shatter has incredible range on it. Go with more power instead of range, you know? It's like all the Frosties are over here, huh? Am I getting Frosties up there as well? Yeah, I am. Alright, I'm gonna have to just watch both these lanes. It looks like the push is coming over here now. Just look on the... You can look on Lightrayne's spreadsheet if you want something outside of the game stub, but if you're in the game, just look on the war table. Try to join up to the next tier, and it will tell you right on there what your champion score needs to be at to unlock it. Nah, they can't give any gear level like that any protection versus Ancient Power resets. It would make the system even more trivial than it is right now. Google it. I don't suggest Googling it when it's right there in-game available to you. Just look on the war table. Go start a map. It'll tell you right there. Ancient Power is not for everybody, Falcon. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're enjoying the game and having fun, then you're doing it right. I'm at 22 right now there, Stub. Ancient Power is not something that's designed for everyone. You know, I mean, just like any other game, it's a prestige system. You don't have to use it. You know, and there's nothing wrong with not using it. You know, the important thing is that you're having fun enjoying the game. If you are, then you're doing the right thing. No doubt about it. Is that your first one there, Geek Illustrator? If that's your first reset, let me do some quick maths here real quick. That would be 18 times 3, that's 54. Plus 36 times 3 is what, 108? So that would put your starting ascension at like 162-ish. I personally would try to get closer to 250 starting ascension, is what I would go for. Remember, you're just not going to earn a whole lot of ascension levels as you're going back through. Oh wow, they're all stuck in there. You're not going to earn a whole lot of ascension levels as you're going back through floor 55 to 65. And you don't want to have to grind at the end. When you get to floor 65, you want to be able to just reset again and not grind is the main thing. So the closer you can get to 250, the better off you'll be. Like me personally, I'm getting like 10 to 15 ascension levels going from floor 55 to 65. That's all I'm getting. And that's with all of these XP bonuses. Yeah, it's just RNG, Pixia. RNG hates us all. Come on, come out already. All these guys doing a little dance up in there. That's what makes me wish I had a EV2 geared up too. I could just blaze them all down. Oh, come on. I'll just sit here and spam, I guess. Whatever, dude. Hit me with your big frosty hammer. I ain't having it. Well, I mean, remember that ancient power, individual levels of ancient power do practically nothing for you. So if you're going to use the ancient power system, you want to do a lot of ancient power resets is the main thing, Metashock. So since you want to do a lot of them, and of course, you know, you want them to go through as fast as possible. I'm actually hoping to get up to Ancient Power 40 before the update hits, whenever it hits. That way I'll be at 999 Ascension caps, and then I don't ever have to worry about it. You put ability power on all your gear there, Jim. Is really the only thing you need to do. Use your Ascension for your hero health. The cap there, Dan. Is it recovering? Yeah, it looks like it recovered. The max amount of hero cards you can get is 64 there, Pixia. You can't get over 1,000, Metashock. These Ascension talent caps are 999. Does not go any higher than that. It is the max. That's what they used to be for everybody way back in the day. Oh, there's a little defense rate for me. I got a usable shard. It's been about 100 maps since I've gotten a usable shard. Feels like it anyway. Yeah, 64 heroes is the cap. Alright, let's see what we got. Gotten 2 accidental defense rates. Nothing wrong with that. It's different for every hero, Metashock. But if you'd want to do one defense, just look at it from the 999 times 3. That's what it would take. So for just over 3,000 Ascension, when you include in the crit chance and everything, you can get your stuff maxed out. But it's different for every hero. What do we got up there? EMP Kamikazes. There's people with over... There's one guy with over 100 AP resets, but they don't play the game. All they're doing is AFK and AP resets. Most of those people have never done an Onslaught push. You know, I'm more into enjoying the game. That, and I just can't do it. I can't grind constantly and still record videos and stuff. Now, if I just live streamed only and never did any guides or tutorials or whatever, I'm stuck. Then I could do it. But, you know, once you step it up to the next level and are no longer just a live streamer and start doing edited content, it takes an enormous amount of time. It takes longer to do a 15-minute edited video than it does a 4-hour live stream. Unless you make it look like crap, which, you know, that's no good. See, I got 170 left. That's enough, right? I'm gonna have to watch this game Ogre Lane. I bet they're gonna get stuck. Because mobs get stuck on this lane all the time. Just regular mobs. There's no max Ascension level. You can go as high as you want in Ascension level. What people were saying is the Ascension caps are maxed at 999, not the level. It may, Partech. Hopefully not, but it may. But I mean, there's nothing hero specific on any of the talent caps. They just got to change how it works and make it better affected by ability power, you know? And then the AP powers would help it. I'm sure there's an end. I mean, there's an end. There's a maximum to everything. It's a 32-bit world, so, I mean, there is no number in any 32-bit game that's over 2.14 billion, you know? So, I mean, there is a max to everything. It's just we don't know what it is, and it's basically unachievable at this point. No one's come near it. Get another up on that bad boy. Weapon manufacturers are usable with no tenacity there, Aaron. You just gotta use smart placement. I mean, these weapon mans will get frozen to all hell at 95%, and this is a max mod. I mean, cyborgs won't really do much to it, but I mean, I get overrun by frost orcs all the time. What's going on there, Range? What up, what up? Just keep climbing, Metashock. You want to get up to Chaos 7. Get yourself to Chaos 7. Grind out all of the Chaos 7 gear. And then start pushing Onslaught. And just like I started today, you'll start at floor 55. Can you still get the Ascension caps after the update? I don't understand the question. I mean, that is Ancient Power, is getting the Ascension caps, so... I mean, we don't know what they're going to change to Ancient Power yet, but I'm assuming they won't be changing that. Cyborgs aren't really an issue. It's more about the Frost Orcs. Cyborgs really, if you have decent range on a weapon manufacturer or a flamar or whatever, they'll kill the cyborgs before the cyborg gets within aggro range to get a shot off. It's more about the Frost Orcs. Like, if I just sat here, even just being floor 57, if I sat here and just ignored this lane, there's a good chance it would get overrun. Now, maybe not since I have this PDT upgraded, but... Now, Frost Orcs definitely got a significant change over what they used to be. But they can still, if there's a bunch of Frost Orcs, you can definitely get overrun. I've been overrun many, many times ignoring them. No, you play... It's a game, Pixia. You play the game how you choose to play it. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, you play what you want to play, you know? It's your experience. Don't let me or anyone else influence that. I mean, I'll help you through your experience, but you choose your own path. You know, decide what you want to do. Yeah, definitely. Like Light said, there's no point rushing a hero at all. I mean, you don't need any of them to get to Chaos 7, to get to the beginning of the endgame content. So there's definitely no point rushing any of them. I mean, just from doing these Ancient Power resets, I was at 0 Defender medals when I started this, what, 6 days ago or whatever? And I should go over 10k today, I would assume. I will cross the 10,000 Defender medal mark. Anything good? Ooh, what was that? It's only 3. Nothing. Nothing. What the heck? Yep, no doubt about it. I mean, it's a grind game. Everyone needs to realize that it's 100% a grind game. So, do you want to grind a whole bunch of Defender medals just to have to go back and grind the exact same thing over again for shards? And then just to go back and grind the exact same thing over again for XP? You know, you don't want to do that. It's just too much of a grind. It should be fixed now, Shadow. It was bugged, but the last update fixed it. I put my first point into defense power, but the gain from 1 point is so minimal that it doesn't even really matter, to be honest with you. But yeah, anyway, choose your grind, you know? Choose what you decide to grind out, and multitask. Don't grind one thing. I talk about it a little bit in that shard video I did early this morning or last night. Never ever go and grind one thing. You're just wasting your time, because this game requires an absurd grind. There's no doubt about it. So always maximize. You know, if you want Defender medals, then what shards do you need? Go grind those shards and the Defender medals will come. You know, do you want XP? Well, you want to do the highest Chaos tier you can for the XP. and you're going to get defender medals then as well. So always choose your grind. Don't let it choose you. That's got to be some crappy movie quote, right? Damn splodies. Alright, what map was that? That's 2 of 3. There we go. We get first Lost Temple of this reset. Yeah, but anyway, like I was mentioning, I haven't even looked at my defender medals. I started doing this Ancient Power grind on Saturday morning. Just this past Saturday morning, and I was at 0 defender medals. Now I'm at 9,700, and I haven't even done the weekly yet this week. So I've got 600 free ones sitting there waiting for me. And it's just from, you know, I've been playing the game, and it's just from grinding through the game. I don't think you'd be able to complete it there, Shin. If you were to attempt that, I think the easiest thing to do would be Flame Auras, because you could use it on flyer lanes and regular lanes. I don't think you could push very far in Onslaught with 1 tower, though. I think it would be really boring. See, that's the thing, though, Partek, is it's not a waste of time because you have a goal, you know? Your goal is to get a decent glaive. Well, that's the shy of defender medals. That's the only place you can get it, you know? So, nothing wrong with that. Alright, let's see. Alright, I'm getting 6 of 10 items now. When you look at the drops now, it's all based off of where it drops at, what upgrade level it drops at. When you first start at Chaos 7, you're going to be getting 0 of 10 upgrade levels. I'm at the point now where I'm getting 6 of 10, and that's where I want to be. So now I can start looking at items to add in an additional defense. Or hero, for that matter. Let's start working on an EV here to get those stuck mobs dealt with. I'm going to go with a hero damage EV. So all I want is hero damage on every piece. Doesn't look like I got really much of anything, which is unfortunate. Nothing to need. Gotta get that Dryad going there, Partek. EMP stabbies with proximity, controlled burn game ogre. Let's see. Let's just go with 1 Skyguard here. I'm gonna kind of go ham on the PDTs here and let them wreck up this game ogre lane. Let's get 3 of them. Such a short lane. Nothing up top. Nothing here, right? Nope. Nothing on the water lane. Hex Skyguard throwers. Nah, I don't mean play the Dryad. I mean drop some trees down. Because trees don't despawn. I mean, if you're grinding it, it's not like you're trying to prove yourself beating it. You already know you can beat it. You're just grinding it. Might as well do the easiest route, you know? EMP camis. So let's drop 2 Sky Guards. Psyhex Lava Zerker Whompers. I want to get another defense in the mix here. But I need to find... I'm not going to pay... I'm not going to buy anything else, basically. So if I don't find any more gear, I will use these heroes all the way to floor 65. Because I'm not going to buy any more gear from the marketplace. EMP stabbies. I think 1 Skyguard will work there. I'm not going to buy any more gear from the marketplace. It's all about just finding the gear, you know. No reason to even use a boost star there, puzzles. Just bees are fine. But, you know, it's boring is the problem. So you just got to make a choice of what you want to do. That and it's less, it's more active having to remain in corrupt form. Where the Poison Dart Tower Weapon Man builds are pretty much full AFK if you build it right. You just chillax. Uh-oh. Only got enough for 1. And still get a full Weapon Man down, so we'll just go with that. You get Defender packs from Onslaught Victory chests on your highest floor. There, Legend. Yoshi, what up, what up? These guys all getting wrecked, looks like it. A little Nuke Monk action. I gotta get a heavy weapon on this guy too. This is a medium weapon. I don't like using medium weapons. I just don't know the timing very well. I think Frosty Power is from Chaos 6. Let me see. Yep, Chaos 6. Alright, what do we get? What do we get? Oh, we got no new lanes. Wow. After playing into the high Onslaught floors, it feels so weird not getting any new lanes. So I still can't add another PDT here, so I'll jack that one up. And then get the air dialed in here. Thank you very much for subscribing there, Chris. I do appreciate it. There we go. I think this will work, right? Should. Hope so. Nah, you just have to do 1 C7 there, Stub. There, Dole already answered. I hadn't read down that far yet. Just 1 Chaos 7 will get you there. I better go keep an eye on this Game Ogre lane. Actually, it looks like they're stuck this wave. There's a Yeti coming out. He's getting wrecked. Looks like the ogres are stuck. Yep. Come on out, little ogres. I'm not sure. I think I have Drenching Strikes on this weapon. It's all good there, Chris. Yeah, everything you have goes down, Jake. Gear that's in the vault, gear that's in the scavenger, everything goes down. Maybe switch over and try some expeditions instead. They're legend. Maybe that'll help you advance a little further. Oh man, having controlled burn mobs here kind of stinks. There's nothing worse than controlled burn stuck controlled burn mobs. Or mobs without having a Nimbus in the mix anyway. A Nimbus will go in there and drench them. I don't even have anything that'll drench in my deck. Oh, this stinks. Gonna have to wait for these guys to time out. Time to play The Floor is Lava, and this is just a terrible map for it. Not enough jumpy spots. Guess I can collect up all the mana. Oh, there we go. They're starting to come out now. Looks like it. Maybe I should move that weapon manufacturer node up. Oh, yeah, I look over and Lightrayne just said the same thing. What do we got? Alright, we got a new lane over there. Let me adjust this real quick. I'm going to put 2 nodes here, and then I'll just stuff 1 node right down their throat. Oh, where'd it go? Weird. There we go. That'll hit him. Alright, what did we get? On the PDTs, I'm using a throwaway relic with melee boom and piercer servo. And then defense rate, destruction, and deadly strikes. All gilded. Not coming here. Oh, here we go. Get a little double whammy going here. So this will actually allow me... Let's just do this. We'll go 3 PDTs here. I'm not going to throw down another weapon manufacturer. I'm just going to call it good with that one. And then I can come over here because I wanted another PDT on this lane. Let me grab the juice here though. Yeah, definitely. Brandon, you just use whatever mods you got. Until you get, I mean, it's not going to make a sizable difference for you until you get into the high floors. Just getting like 55 to 65 doesn't really require any special mods. Just use whatever you got. These PDTs are wrecking it when you, if you don't use explosive poison and you're focusing more on the, in fact, let's watch this lane since it's got a bunch of them. I'm focusing, you know, obviously I'm focusing on the poison damage, but I'm also just stacking up the dart damage. Now the dart damage is not as much as the poison damage, but it does stack in between all the PDTs where the poison damage doesn't. So, I mean, it shreds some faces. You know, you see all of the booms going off. All of those booms going off are from that melee boom. I don't have a boom on these weapon manufacturers at all. So the PDT is what's killing all those mobs. Yeah, they're just burning them up. Yeah, it's wrecking the faces. I feel like I should have upgraded that Skyguard over here. Let me throw a quick upgrade on it real fast here. I don't want to lose while I'm derping off here. Get one more on that bad boy. There we go. Alright, looks like the stuck ogres are taking damage now. That's a plus. Oh yeah, they're dying. They dying. I'm not using fire servo. I tell you what my dream setup is going to be, and it's going to require Chaos 8 shards. So if those Chaos 8 shards get added back into the game, there is zero doubt in my mind the very first thing I will do is go storm damage PDTs with water elemental on them. And you got a poison dart tower that procs electrocute. It's going to be the most incredible thing ever. I can actually do it right now, but it's not everybody can do it as the shards aren't available. So I don't do it because of that. Exclamation PDT will show you my normal PDT build there, Demon. Got one stuck in there still. Come on out, dude. Don't be hitting me, bro. That ain't right. Well, what I mean by a throwaway is it's unupgraded, unmodded. It's just something I'm going with the mods that have been found. It has had zero tinkering. Oop, wrong lane. Probably would be a good idea to choose the correct lane here, huh? Let's see. Let's do this. Now we can actually get rid of that. But I don't really need to, because I don't need the DU, so I'm just going to leave it there. Let's go watch those PDTs shred this double lane again here. Oh yeah, we got booms. That one doesn't work too good. That's the one I used to get to Onslaught floor 250. That one works great. I don't know what you're talking about. You don't put just PDTs in a lane. You gotta have something else. The PDT is not the lane burning defense. It doesn't hit enough targets to be. That would be like trying to hold a lane with only Mystic Snakes. Sorry, I muted you off for a second. Somebody down the road's got their car alarm screaming and I got the windows and doors all open. Alright, there we go. Finally, they turned it off. How many points do you earn from resetting Ancient Power? Are you talking about the Ancient Power points, the Ascension cap limits? What points are you referring to? Assuming you're talking about the Ancient Power points, you get 1 every time you reset. Right, wave 5. Alright, we got Geohex throwers. Okay, that'll get it. The max AP points you can get is 50. Well, I mean, you can earn unlimited amount of points, but there's only 50 places to spend them. So the max effectiveness you could get is 50 points. You can keep earning points, but there's just nowhere to put them, you know? Yeah, Excellent is playing a very old game. I'm not really sure exactly why he's even doing that. He's competing against no one. Nah, Excellent's not even half of the highest yet, Denizen. 186 CM was the highest. He was over 7,000. But that's a game that just... It's not even tracked anymore. So it's just... It's a one-player game, you know? He's the only one playing it. I mean, that's his game, though. So there's nothing wrong with that. He's having fun with it. But it's completely pointless. 186 CM. You can see it right on the leaderboards. The leaderboards for that particular stat, Ascension without AP, ended. That's a done deal. It doesn't exist anymore. But they're still there. The historical leaderboards are still there. Oh, Marcos will overtake him. There's no doubt about that, Ashley. Marcos will overtake him within the next several months, I would guess. You get to 999 there, Pac-Man. There's the caps. Oh, it's huge. The XP gold bonuses are massive. I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident that within a couple of months, I'll be a higher Ascension than I was back when Ascension mattered. I got it to 2,800 and change. I'll pass that within the next few months, no doubt, just because of the bonuses. Nothing at all. I'll save that just because it'll sell. Nothing else good here. Show the minimum ascension. Yeah, it shows right here, like my minimum ascension is 744. So every time I reset, I'm going to be 744. If I reset, I mean, obviously I can't reset right now because I'm not high enough of a floor. But if I reset right now, I would gain 0 minimum ascension and 15 to my talent caps. Getting back to C7's instant run. You can use the player markets or crafting system just to instantly go up to Chaos 7. Yeah, I agree, Denizen. That would be good. But this is the box you want to look at. This bottom box right here. As this tells you what you're going to get if you reset right then. Which, you know, like I said, right now I can't reset because I'm not to floor 65 yet. But this is what I would get, is this stuff. This stuff right here. And then, of course, your goal is to get to 999 on the talent caps. Now, it's not 999 here. It's 999 minus 140. So here, your goal is to get to 859. So I've got 309 more talent caps to get before I'll be capped out. Let's see. EMP stabby stabs. Let's double Skyguard it here, and we'll double Skyguard it here for the air raid. My Skyguards are not very strong since I'm using the throwaway stuff, so I'm not hesitant to use more than one. And then we've got a headstrong lane here, so I definitely want to make sure we've got ample stopping power here in the back. So I'm actually going to go 3 PDTs, I think, just to make sure everything's getting wrecked. Let's see, Cyfrost Whompers with Pilot on and Frost Orcs. Just with the Frost Orcs makes me want to go 2. I'm actually eating up all the DU for the center. Yeah, I only got 260 to use here now, which is actually more than sufficient. Let's see. To get to the talent cap, oh, I don't know, Quicksilver, you'd have to do the math. I'm not going to stop and do the math right now. Let's see. You wouldn't want to do it in one push. I mean, you couldn't do it in one push, I wouldn't imagine. You would have to get to a ridiculous onslaught floor. Yeah, right, I don't like only having this here, but it's what I got, so I'll just watch this center here. If you go to floor 80 for your first reset run, you're going to have a massive amount of grind to do after you get back to floor 65. I would definitely suggest pushing higher than 80. What's going on, Greg? You're not going to notice much of a difference between floor 80 and floor 100, or floor 120 for that matter. There's very small difference, just slight mob scaling. You know, the mob health and how hard they hit will increase a little, but it's not a substantial difference. And the lane mutators and mobs you face will be exactly the same. So it's not the real once you get the basics of all of the mutators and the mobs, which you'll have seen all of those by the time you get to floor 65, the same builds will work. It's more a matter of it gets grindy, you know, and is it still fun, you know, pushing up, because it does take a lot of time. Now we know that that's changing soon though, so that whole system will be changing as well. Yeah, floor 57, you get all of the enemies and mutator possibilities. Yeah, this isn't as bad as I thought. Having that melee boom is really helping out on these PDTs for sure. Oops, I missed. That's why I gotta do the 4th hit. I can't do the 3rd hit, monk. I gotta be a heavy weapon nuke monk. Well, if you're comfortable giving up the range, then destruction, vamp, and defense rate will give you more damage. But you have to ask yourself, do you want to hit them twice, or do you want to hit them twice for 10,000, or do you want to hit them once for 12,000? You know, that's where range comes in. The more range, the more time you're hitting the mob. Hitting the target, you know. But I mean, as far as just raw DPS goes, if you ignore the range, of course you can get higher DPS numbers. What's going on there, Paco? There's not many defenses I do that on. I do it with the Nimbus, the Angry Nimbus from the Dryad, because the range is so absurd anyway. I do it with Earth Shatter Towers, because the range is so absurd anyway. But there's not a ton of defenses I do that on. I almost always take more range over more power. Just because, you know, you're hitting the mobs more times, so just hitting it once more makes up for just about any increase. Come on over, Scarnash. Yeah, it's just luck to get 5 bars there, Paco. There's no way of leveling that up. It's all RNG, unfortunately. It's quite the grind too. I should have upgraded down below. That's alright. I'll live. Tenacity's definitely still worth using. If it's not maxed. It's just if it's maxed, you're going to get the most benefit out of it. I don't have a max tenacity on my flame auras, and I still use it. Yeah, I use it on my frosty towers there, Denizen, like Ashley said. The range caps currently are, I don't know, some of them are really, really easy to get to, and then there's ones like the Skyguard, which you can't even hit the max range with stacking everything in the game. You can't even get there. I'm assuming maybe you could get to it if you had a max defense range mod that was Chaos 8. They go down for a second or two, and then they pop right back up, and it's all good. It doesn't have to have 100% uptime. You know, the Cyborgs, the Cyborg stun doesn't... Cyborgs got nerfed into the ground compared to what they used to be. For those of you that were playing way back when, Cyborgs used to be a lot more menacing. Nowadays, the Cyborg stun just doesn't last very long. So having any tenacity at all makes a huge difference. And then proper placement, of course. You don't want them all getting stunned at the same time. So spread, you know, put an aura here, put an aura there, put an aura over here. That way only one flame aura at a time gets hit. Thanks there, El Mecca. Welcome. Yeah, Thork used to be a beast. And I'm glad I noticed that guy, because that would have been a bad thing. I guess it's wave 5 anyway. I would have noticed it before I lost a main core. There we go. Come collect the free loot. Give me my loot. What floor am I on anyway? Okay, that was 58. Making a little bit of progress. Medium weapon. That's unfortunate. You can use slimes, you can use reflect beams. It's called Shocking Revelations there, Paco. Alright, let's move on to the next floor. I'll do one more floor here, and then I'm going to call it a day. Go get myself a little lunch and whatnot. And that'll get me to floor, I'll be at floor 60 then anyway. Actually, I don't think I've gilded, or no, that's empowering. I don't want empowering. Well, I mean, I would love to have it, but I'm not willing to spend 2 million gold on it at this point in the game. I'm going to save that one too, just because I know it'll sell. Somebody will want that bad boy. The gilded shards are completely protected versus a reset, Tam. There's a video on it, Dan, on my channel. I think it's just AFK roller, maybe? Exclamation AFK roller. The night streams will go back up as soon as I get done with these guides and stuff, David. You can use automation on anything, Aldo, but its main purpose is blockades, yeah. You can use it on anything, though. That's another thought for anti-EMP lanes for a Skyguard for later down the road, is having tenacity automation on a Skyguard, and just throw them out there. Let the EMPs come, and they'll heal themselves back up. Plus, they'll the stun time, in theory, would get reduced. Alright, we got frosty fodder here. I think I'm gonna... You know what, let's just go ham with the PDTs. Let's get this lane set up first. What do we got here? Oh man, I got frost orcs here too. Well, so much for going ham with the PDTs, because they're going to need multiples over here as well. That leaves me 300. Let's go one more here. And what does that leave me here? That's 180. I can go one more and then a weapon man. I want to move this back though. I want the mobs getting stunned in PDT range. I don't want them to be line of sight in my poison dart towers, you know. Yeah, looks like getting it done so far. Have to check out that middle lane. Not enough bees. Yeah, you can definitely do Chaos 7 with just bees, no doubt about it. There we go. The PDTs are blowing up the Frosties before they get into... they're still freezing the weapon mans a little, but the PDTs are getting all uppity on them. How are we holding up over here? Looking good. I guess I could have put one of them up front to get some upfront damage in. Let's do that. I don't want it to get blown up. But let's put one right here. Gonna take that one all the way up. we go. See how this bad boy does. Is it going to kill anything? Or at least get some upfront damage going. Oh, it's actually taking stuff out. That's kind of nice. Very nice. Nice, Rose. Grats. Left alt opens the shortcuts for timing out, hiding, etc. I'm not sure what you mean, Twinkie. Ba-boom. Ancient Power is a prestige system in the game, Professor, that allows you to reset your account and in exchange for permanent account buffs. Oh, on YouTube for moderating, I get you. I thought you were talking about something in game. I'm thinking, what did Twinkie figure out? Yeah, I think YouTube Gaming has more moderation controls than the regular YouTube does. I'm at 22 right now, Rose. Hoping to hit 23 today. I want to take a break and play some other stuff today. I said that yesterday too, and I didn't end up doing it. But I took a little bit longer to get that shard video done than I expected it to. Alright, Shen, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by. Dungeon Defenders 3 there, Rage. They'll be all grown up in Dungeon Defenders 3. They just teenagers now. Assuming, anyway. Maybe in DD3 they'll be college students. No, it's the same, Rose. It used to be separate. It was weird how it worked. They finally just merged it and made it the same a couple of months ago. It was very strange how it worked. It used to have it separated. Like, if you were a YouTube subscriber, then you were a YouTube gaming subscriber. But if you were a YouTube gaming subscriber, then you weren't a regular YouTube subscriber. So it's kind of silly how they had it set up. But they finally got it dialed in. Ooh, please be heavy. Oh. Yeah, that's weird, Rose. I'm not sure then. Maybe they haven't changed it yet. Or maybe they haven't rolled it out everywhere. Maybe it's... YouTube does that. They roll stuff out to like, groups at a time. Whether or not the Squire's going to get a full set of armor. The Squire will always be in his boxers, Twinkie. Power Pylon is a shard that buffs the defense power defenses in the areas that can be used on blockades and drops in Chaos 7. Yeah, Lightrayne just told you. What's going on there, May? Welcome. A little late to the party on the Bastille Master there. Probably tomorrow, Paco. I'm trying to alternate it a little bit. I do want to grind out this Ancient Power, but I want, you know, obviously I don't want to sit here and do this every day. I want to do some different stuff as far as live streams go, so it'll probably be tomorrow. No, there's no range indicator, but like Tam said, you do get a little glow. You get a little purple glow around the base of the defense when you use it, so you can see when it's active. Or you can just look at the tooltip. The tooltip shows the numbers increase. It'll be at 1 p.m. Pacific time there, Paco. When I'll get started here. Let's see what we get. Assault on Throne Room. My favorite. It's actually not my least favorite. But it's not my favorite. I need to switch this up. I need to find a 4 per second, 5 projectile heavy monk polearm. That's a throwaway. That's really what I need. It depends on how you build there, Phase. If you're building with your bees really close to the tree, then yeah, it'll work great. But you have to have the bees super close to the tree to get the power pylon buff. Alright, let's see. This is going to be a double PDT lane. And I got Hex Throwers, so I'm going to need some sub-objective protection. No Hex Throwers over here, which is nice. Psyfrost, Vanguard Throwers, and Zerker Fodder. So this lane actually shouldn't be too terrible. It's Vanguard Throwers, so I don't have to worry about Frost Orcs at all. And Psyfrost, Lava Zerker Whompers. I'm getting all the Frosties today, that's for dang sure. Let's see what I got left. Let's see, that leaves me what? 390 for the other side. And it looks like I got some easy lanes over there, so I'm just going to throw another Poison Dart Tower right here. Well, you definitely, if you're using bees, you want to play active on the Dryad, Paco, for sure. You want to stay in corrupt form, because that gives each one of your nests a third bee, which is pretty significant. Oop. Power Pylon is actually not very good to guild. It's very, very little increase. I don't suggest guilding it unless you just want to. I gilded one just because I wanted to, but it is not a good defense to guild at all. Alright, now let me keep an eye on these frosty lanes over here and make sure they're going to hold up. No particular reason there, Packwin. I do it a little bit of everything. I'm relying pretty heavily on the poison dart towers for a lot of the damage here. So I'm just throwing them there because it's quick and easy. Uh-oh. Here he comes. I'm not using Ramsters right now because I'm just doing Ancient Power resets. I'll definitely add Ramsters into the rotation when I do another Onslaught push, though. Ramsters are awesome. No doubt about it. There we go. It wasn't too bad. Get some ups in over here. I'd like to ignore this side. I'm going to double up this lane. Let's see. My weapon manufacturers are not doing a whole lot. They're probably doing like 1,000,000 DPS per node, something like that. So, I mean, it's not doing a ridiculous amount. My weapon manufacturers before resetting were doing over, not over, but about 2,000,000 DPS per node. Alright, Paco, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by. The base 4 heroes are extremely viable, Jan. I mean, in my opinion, one of the strongest heroes in the game is the monk, out of all the heroes. As far as a builder and DPS, the Squire's a great builder, the Huntress is a great builder, the Apprentice is a great builder, and they're all viable DPS heroes as well. Alright, where is Nash coming? Up top here? Yep, there she is. Oop, I missed. Pet to the rescue. Go, Betsy White! Get up in there! The percentage is a swing speed modifier, Professor Potato. It's pretty much ignorable. Don't even look at it. The main thing is getting the weapons weight that you want. So just focus on getting the light, medium, or heavy, and don't worry about the percentage. It's negligible difference. Warboars. Let's see, do I have any Warboars here? Doesn't even look like I have any Warboars. Or there's Warboars. That third one down, the one with 24, and then the very bottom one over here with 12 are the Warboars. They're the kind of semi-fatty pig-looking guys. I'll show you here. Come on, little Warboar. Come on out and say hi. There's one. Carrying the big clubs. Those are Warboars. These guys right here. Semi-fatties. They're not the full fatties. They're the semi. Yeah, I wouldn't have used the LSA then, Tim. I would have still went with Weapon Mans and Flame Auras, but I wouldn't have used the Lightning Strike Aura, probably. I would have added in more Poison Dart Towers in exchange. Like, if you did a weapon manufacturer's 120 DU, so basically you'd have 80 more DU to spend. I would probably have done a Poison Dart Tower for 40 and a Flame Aura for 30 for the remaining 80 DU. and that puts you at 190. So you'd be under on some lanes, and on some of the 180 DU per lane maps, you'd be a little bit over. You'd have to think about your placements. Basically, they're the easiest lane there. I wouldn't put a PDT down. Or wouldn't put a Flame Aura down, one of the two. But yeah, without Destructive Pylon, I probably would have just not used Lightning Strikes at all. I mean, it's a great defense. But, looking at the overall picture, I probably wouldn't have used it. Or Frosties. You could go a weapon manufacturer. A weapon manufacturer in 2 Flame Auras is 180 DU. A weapon manufacturer, 1 Flame Aura, and 1 Frostbite Tower with Frosty Power is 180 DU. But there'd be lots of different options. Just personally, my favorite uses for Destructive Pylon are in the 20 DU defenses, because you could throw them in anywhere and you don't really miss the DU. So I like using them on sand traps, LSAs, and oil geysers. I guess on that same regard, you could use them on explosive traps. But the Lightning Strike Aura I like the most out of all of the 20 DU defenses, is why I kind of snuck it in there. I wanted to be able to use it and get the boost, but not have to pay a fortune for it, you know? Alright, this is actually going better than I imagined it here. DU stands for defense units. If you look up at the top right, the green bar directly under the wave counter, it shows you how many defense units you have. And that's what DU stands for. Now this is a Ancient Power reset and Onslaught push there, Tushi. So I'm on floor 59. This is actually going to be the last map. I'm getting hungry. I want to get me some lunch. Get me a sandwich. Destructive Pylon is, I don't remember where it is. It's further up the list. It's not a shard that, it's not one of those must-have shards. It's a good shard, don't get me wrong, but it's not like a must-have. It's not one of those, if you don't have it, you can't progress things. It's not needed in that regard. The first 2 hyper shards are the best shards. Destruction, or Mass Destruction, pardon me, and Vicious Strikes are without a doubt the 2 best hyper shards. Yeah, I do that all the time there, Tushi. In fact, if you look back at the beginning of the stream, or actually, no, I didn't. I used Weapon Mans, but I mean, the meta for Chaos 7 is Flame Aura spam. So you can use nothing else. Just have Sky Guards for the air. Throw some walls around from the Squire or Apprentice, and then spam Flame Auras, and you're done. Nope, mods never change. The container they're in gets reset, but the mod stays the same. And that was it for floor 59. And there we go. So anyway, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day there. Thank you all very much for swinging by and hanging out with me today. I'll have another guide. Not really sure what video I'm going to work on tonight, but I will have another one hitting the channel at 6 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow morning. And I'll work on that tonight and then get it uploaded after I go to bed. But thank you all an absolute ton for swinging by. And I will see you all next time around. Take it easy.